Elon Musk, billionaire entrepreneur and CEO of multiple companies, including Tesla and SpaceX, is known for his innovative ideas and forward-thinking vision. In this video, we'll be exploring his views on the economy and what he thinks the future holds.
It's more like it does seem like we're headed into a recession here in 2023. The magnitude of that recession is debatable, but I think it's at least a light to moderate recession. Potentially, it's on the order of 2009.
Despite concerns about a potential recession, Musk seems optimistic about the future of the economy. He believes that any economic downturn will be relatively mild and short-lived. The stock market has been experiencing some volatility. What does Elon Musk think about this?
So I think it's wise to kind of like prepare for the worst, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Don't get too adventurous. Like watch out for margin debt. Like I would really advise people to not have margin debt in a volatile stock market. And from a cash standpoint, keep powder dry.
According to Elon, it's essential to distinguish between speculation and fundamental factors when evaluating the stock market's performance. He remains optimistic about the market's long-term outlook despite short-term fluctuations. Elon is known for his innovative manufacturing techniques and revolutionary approach to production. What does he think about the future of manufacturing and industry?
But thinking about the economics of this, if you can replace a $30,000, $40,000 a year worker, which you have to pay every year, with a one-time payment of $25,000 for a robot that can work longer hours, a pretty rapid replacement of certain types of jobs, how worried should the world be about that?
I wouldn't worry about the sort of putting people out of a job thing. I think we're actually going to have, and already do have, a massive shortage of labor. So I think we will have not people out of work, but actually still a shortage of labor even in the future. But this really will be a world of abundance. Any goods and services will be available to anyone who wants them. That it'll be so cheap to have goods and services, it'll be ridiculous.
And presumably it should be possible to imagine a bunch of goods and services that can't profitably be made now, but could be made in that world, courtesy of legions of robots.
It will be a world of abundance. The only scarcity that will exist in the future is that which we decide to create ourselves as humans.
According to Elon, automation and AI are going to revolutionize manufacturing and industry in the years to come, leading to significant changes and innovations.
What are you most worried about going wrong?
Well, like I said, AI and robotics will bring out what might be termed the age of abundance. Other people have used this word, and that this is my prediction. It'll be an age of abundance for everyone. I guess there's the dangers would be the artificial general intelligence or digital superintelligence decouples from a collective human will and goes in a direction that for some reason we don't like, of whatever direction it might go.
Elon is also a proponent of renewable energy sources and has been a vocal advocate of solar and wind power. What does he think about the future of renewable energy?
I am not one of the doomsday people, which may surprise I actually think we're on a good path. But at the same time, I want us to caution against complacency. So long as we are not complacent, as long as we have a high sense of urgency about moving towards a sustainable energy economy, then I think things will be fine. So I can't emphasize that enough. So long as we push hard and are not complacent, the future is going to be great. Don't worry about it. I mean, worry about it, but if you worry about it, ironically, it will be a self-unfulfilling prophecy. There are three elements to a sustainable energy future. One is obviously sustainable energy generation, which is primarily wind and solar.
There's also hydro, geothermal. I'm actually pro-nuclear. I think nuclear is fine, but it's going to be primarily solar and wind as the primary generators of energy. The second part is you need batteries to store the solar and wind energy, because the sun doesn't shine all the time, the wind doesn't blow all the time. So you need a lot of stationary battery packs. And then you need electric transport. So electric cars, electric planes, boats. And then ultimately, it's not really possible to make electric rockets, but you can make the propellant used in rockets using sustainable energy.
Right.
So ultimately, we can have a fully sustainable energy economy, and it's those three things: solar, wind, stationary battery pack, electric vehicles. So then, what are the limiting factors on progress? The limiting factor really will be battery cell production. So that's gonna really be the fundamental rate driver, and then whatever the slowest element of the whole lithium-ion battery cells supply chain, from mining and the many steps of refining to ultimately creating a battery cell and putting it into a pack, that will be the limiting factor on progress towards sustainability.
Elon believes renewable energy sources are the way forward when it comes to energy production. As more people recognize their benefits, we can expect to see a widespread shift towards these cleaner and more sustainable sources of power. Finally, what does Elon Musk think about the future of work and the job market?
Many years in the future, it's like, I think work will become optional. So, like, there's a lot of jobs that if people weren't paid to do it, they wouldn't do it. Like, it's not fun, necessarily. Like, if you're washing dishes all day, it's like, even if you really like washing dishes, you really want to do it for 8 hours a day, every day? Probably not. So, and then there's like dangerous work, and basically, if it's dangerous, boring, it has like potential for repetitive stress injury, that kind of thing, then that's really where humanoid robots would add the most value initially. So that's what we're aiming for, is to for the humanoid robots to do jobs that people don't voluntarily want to do. And then we'll have to pair that obviously with some kind of universal basic income in the future.
Elon states the rise of automation and AI will lead to significant changes in the job market. While this may create some initial upheaval, it will also open up new opportunities for workers who can adapt to the changing times. Overall, Elon Musk remains optimistic about the future of the economy and our ability to adapt to changing circumstances. While there may be some challenges along the way, he seems to believe that the future is bright. What are your thoughts on the current state of the economy? Do you think Elon Musk has it right? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And until next time, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more financial insights and analysis. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.